Ladies and gentlemen, I am B.K. Mishra. Till recently, I was a member of the Odisha Election Regulatory Commissions. Now, I am holding this one of the DISCOMs as a chairman post, as mostly in the advisory job. So, I have given thank you for the IPPI to give me the most aspect, the issues and challenges, the implementation of preparation of carriage and content, role of new entities after reorganization of DISCOMs. Issues and concerns of the new entities. After reorganization of DISCOMs, and most particularly for the consumers, and that too for the general consumers who are taking the LT supply, is a great challenge of the state electricity regulators. But these challenges will be taken for effective and sustained implementation as per the true spirit of the amendment of the Act amendment. How it could be done is a issue. I would like my presentation with a different content. Salient features of proposed Electricity Amendment Act 2000 I will skip because people have already told this one. I will go through some proposed clause of distribution licensee and supply licenses, aims and objective of the proposed amendment. There is a roadmap of separation of carriage and content, and issues and concerns for all these things: proposed supply licensee, new entity for the intermediate company, incumbent supply licenses, and most of the consumers. I would call myself, these are the issues and concerns of all licenses, are the challenges of the ACRCs, challenges of the regulatory commissions. So they have to come out with the regulations so that all these aims and objectives could be taken into. The salient features, I have just taken it out. The most talked after the salient features is the separation of carriage and content in distribution sector. Separation of carriage content, however, is well established in transmission sector. It is not a new. Both CTU and STUs are responsible only for establishment and maintenance of the transmission lines and are expected to keep the transmission loss under normative level as per the regulatory oversight. They are not responsible for any energy accounting, nor they are required to enter PPA with any generators. Even the transmission losses made by them are passed on to consumers as per a agreed formula. So they are not even taking that whatever the losses they are making, they are also not bearing with them. Obvious question arises, can not this principle be replicated in the distribution sector? What are the basic difference between a transmission system and a distribution system? Can any distribution licensee pass on the total energy draw from the STU to the supply licenses after reorganization of DISCOMs? This is the aim, that distribution licensee will be taking the power from the transmission licensee and pass on all the energy to the supply licenses, multiple supply licenses, and they will only maintain the carriage, they will maintain the wires. What is the role of the state regulation and what regulations it needs to provide to achieve this above goal? What are the hand-holding role of the state and central government for effective this implementation? This is the role. Then the question arises, some gentleman will tell, then every state, why not use the STU and the distribution sector, why not you combine? Because both are, first of all, the STU will supply power to distribution licensee, then distribution licensee will supply the power to supply licensee, then why not curb both of them? I will leave this thing for interactions among all of you. These are the obvious questions. I will skip this one. I will come to the proposed amendment. I just want to see the proposed amendment clause. Now look into the proposed amendment of the Act. Please note the word the clause 70 distribution licensee, supply of electricity to the consumer in the area of supply has been deleted. In that add to enable supply of electricity to the consumer in the area of distribution. Here is a difference, a distribution licensee and transmission licensees. He doesn't say supply of electricity to the supply licensee to the consumer. He says the supply to the consumers of the consumers in the area of distributions. So, here is the difference between a transmission license and distribution licensee has been done intentionally. So the supply licenses are not supposed to any, except the last mile connectivity as not supposed to any equipment. New additions, distribution of the conveyance of electricity by use of distribution system. I don't know what is this requirement of the clause to distribution system, there is no change. Means the system of wires and aspirated with delivery points of the transmission line, the genetic station connect to the point. New addition is the incumbent supply licenses. Is a new addition. The most debatable entity, its issues and concerns we will discuss in this one. Practically, this entity is conceived as per the Act to take care of the transition period. In the earlier, they tell how we will go ahead, how will be the transition period. Suppose there is a distribution licensee, then the supply and say why there is an incumbent supply licensee, what has been taken. Because Act very well says it is not possible to do it immediately. There has to be a great transition period. So the new addition is the incumbent supply licenses. Finally, there will be one distribution licensee and multi-supply licensee. This is final goal. And out of that, one supply license will be the public sector licenses. People have been telling, people meaning that the people by the young engineers are telling, young distribution engineer where I am heading, I am discussing with them. They have been telling me that these public sector supply licenses and the incumbent supply licenses will be a permanent features. Will be permanent features, and they will be loaded only with BPL consumers, low paying, all subsidized consumers. How you are going to, when I was discussing with my young engineers, those are the 30 to 40 years of age, 25 to 35 years of age, they are asking me, sir, is it not the transition period will be a permanent period by when after the Amendment Act, and this incumbent supply licensee is a permanent feature will be remain in the Act. When you discuss in the forum of regulators, Mr. P. Rai must be knowing the forum of regulator, when I was the commission's member, when this discussion was been taking place for the last 3 years, the incumbent supply licensee is a very late addition in the Act. There is nothing called incumbent supply licensee. The original 6 pages you are talking about, he told of the original 6 pages, the incumbent supply license was not there. This is a very, very late addition. And the first debate, my young engineers are asking me, sir, is it not the incumbent supply licensee will be going to be permanent features in the Act, and this will be the transition period is also will be a permanent features. This answer has to be addressed. This answer of the young engineer's mind has to be answered with the future distribution engineer of the country. Second, what is the intermediate company? Another new addition which is not there in the first 6 pages Mr. Rai was talking. This is another new addition, intermediary company. Another debatable issue. The intermediate company is also not a new features. Frankly, after the Electricity Act 2003, when the GTD has been segregated, the first role of the Electricity Act is only segregation of GTD. Now the second Paradigm shift of the 2014 amendments is segregation of D into two parts, wire and the supply business. This is the basic difference between 2003 and 2014. So, the intermediate company is also a very not a new concept. This intermediate company is something like in Orissa there is called Gridco. Then in the Rajasthan there is a power purchase company. There is something like a holding company, the erstwhile residuary function of the then state electricity board. They made a holding company. And something like a holding company is a power purchase company. Different state has given different name. In the Odisha, there is a organization called Gridco. They are having all the PPAs with them, and they distribute the power to the 4 distribution company in Odisha. And in almost all the state, you may call the Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, every state, there is called a holding type of company which is state-owned, and they allocates the power to different distribution companies. Now this act is organized, is accepting this fact, is being adding that one the intermediate company. What it says, it will take all the PPS of this, it will hold all the PPS, then it will transfer the PPS. Means the entity succeeding to existing power purchase and procurement arrangement with relevant distribution licensee on reorganization. It will transfer the PPA to the different supply licenses. Is the settlement of then who takes then there is it is told there is called interschedule exchange in the ABT based deviation claim. Who settles the deviation claim? Is it the intermediate company? Is it like to set the deviation claim for the state? And the deviation statement between the difference between the schedule and the withdrawal will be taken over the supply licenses. This is the area, is a challenge of the distribution company, the role of the intermediate company. Another debatable feature is the intermediate company, which is the late addition to the act. Supply, there is no change. New addition is the supply licensing. We have been the main thing we are discussing now. I thought that some of the act, I just wanted to tell you this one. Let us see what the act really aims. Why there is a change of the 2014? Why you want a supply and why there is a difference? Consumer choice in retail market. All these much needed change reforms could be certainly possible if the implementation is effected properly. Competition retail market for the consumer benefits. I will tell these two, tell this one. This is a much needed reform in the distribution sector. People are telling that the Sadak Bijli Pani is a very close to the politicians, and it is mostly the government control. And there is a reform is required in the Sadak Bijli Pani. And the Bijli is also, because the Bijli engineers, we talk of the Bijli. Sadak Pani also equally the same problem. Is it such a difficult job? Why then there is so much doubt? Why there are so many articles and so many doubting provisions in the new separation of supply and wire business? Why there is a chief minister of the one state has to write a prime minister asking the stalling of the act? He says the act will be stalled. Why at all this type of thing has been done? Why is it so difficult? People have told in the telecom sector, where all the old people will know before the 95, what is the telephone system in the country, we know. And it is as good or as bad as distributed electric sector. But today the telecom sector has given a real choice to this one. Then is it the power sector? People will say, no, power is different than the telecom. Power and telecom, we cannot combine. Is it so different? Is the power is such a difficult subject? So power cannot be replicated. One of the good system we are having another infrastructure sector, the telecom. Is it so? It is such a difficult subject that you cannot say that the same thing, a good effect cannot be replicated in the distribution sectors. Why cannot be regulator can take the challenge? will make the effective implementation. There is another doubt. My young engineers have been telling to me, because I am a very difficult position. I was the 5 years regulator for 5 years. Then I am holding a distribution company. With your holding distribution, my young engineers, and I thought that बैल मुझे मार मैंने ही किया था. मैंने I thought wanted to interaction with the young engineers. So बैल ने मुझे ही मारा है. So they say, sir, what will happen, you know? Now all the CPSUs and all the IPPs, they will float a subsidiary supply company. And only these people will be the supply licenses. And the sole aim is to take their power, to utilize their power under the open access. And further, they will cherry pick our prime consumers, which we will defend, which will not allow, which will defend, will not get it done, will not make it done. But their main aim is that all the CPSUs, NTPCs has already having, even the other Satluj Jal Vidyut Limited, you will see the Tehri Hydro Development Corporation, NHPC, Power Grid, then all IPPs, they will float a subsidiary supply companies, and they will be the only supply licenses. They will be supply licensee, and they will like to take the people. And you have been telling me the power sector, the telecom sectors have been doing, the power sector is not doing, because the telecom sector, when you put the line, I'll go to the nearest Panbala. And nearest Panbala is the maybe franchisee of some supply company, but I pay to his bill, and he give me the last man, give me a human face. The power sector, this will happen, it will never happen. It will never happen. It will never happen. It is only the IPPs, and the whole act is only meant for the CPSU and IPPs. And the IPPI will be not accepting. The IPPI बोलते जाओ भाई भागो. I would argue in the other way. India is a land of innovations. Indians' mind is a land of innovating minds. जुगाड़बाजी में हम सबसे ज़्यादा है. जुगाड़बाजी से हमसे कोई ऊपर उठ नहीं पाएगा. That I would say, you see, please don't be so much disheartened, young fellows. There will be small developers, small innovators. They will come in a big way. They will take the supply licenses. ये unemployment youth will take a street. You will take a street, or you take a small villages. You will take his own locality. You will take 300, 400 houses. He will 300, 400 houses. He will take the supply license of this one. He will give a human face to this consumer, and he will do the licenses. And he will also further like to have a DDG. He like to invite. He will put a solar rooftop. He will make the consumer into prosumer. He will take the all consumer into prosumers. Then he will get the benefit. Consumer will get benefit. And you, the supply license, you say the incumbent supply licenses will be permanent, will be there. You will be getting it almost a LT-less distribution. You will be supplying to bulk. So you can have your loss. This way win-win arrangement for you, the license, win arrangement, the win-win arrangements. Because I'm chairman, they did not reply. But from the body language I saw, they did not accept. Then the roadmap. Roadmap is not in the act. There is nothing called the roadmap is not the act. Roadmap is only a something discussion with because I am also private to some of the discussion, that's why knowing this one. This roadmap is only one of the suggestions. One of the suggestions, this roadmap is not been defined nowhere. One in the interesting, I will come to that. One of the young engineers have been told me, why sir that when this act has been amended, one young lady actually, when the lady engineer she told me, sir, why cannot the consumer, the group of consumer has not been added? So that, what do you mean by that? What will mean by that? She told, in that case, a supply license we can give a 1 DT, so that we can measure we can measure the energy of the supply energy was taken from the distribution licenses. The 1 DT, so that the one 500 kilowatt or the 200 kilowatt DTs will be taken over by the one supply license. He will take 3 or 4 DTs. My brothers or my brother who is an unemployment youth, he can take it. He can take 3-4 DTs and supply with that. The distribution license will measure the current, will measure the energy at the DT level. So we will have the proper, he will have the proper energy accounting, and he will give the human face to the consumer, so that he can make the proper energy accounting. The energy could be easily accounted. So the word, instead of the word consumer, if we change to group of consumers, then we can do that, we can do affect this one. So there will be proper energy accounting could be done. Energy accounting could be done. I really wanted to think, this made me thinking, and in fact, this is what I am thinking, this is one of the much better way. Even if the act is not there, the regulator can think of, you can think of a group of consumers, means you can give a DT or a feeder, 11 kV feeder, one identified measurable point where you can give it to distribution licensing. Suppose you give to the supply license, if you give to what the consumer, if I'll come back, I hope people remember, I don't like to come back. If you say the word consumer, will the supply license will add whatever he will bill to the total consumer, he will say, I have drawn only that much of power from the distribution licenses. Can it be workable? Suppose I am a supply licensee, I have got 100 consumers. I will say the 100 consumer I have built 2 million units, so I have drawn 2 million units from the grid. Is it so? With my convenience, with or without my convenience, some of my consumers may be stealing the power. In fact, I may be drawing 3 MU, but billing only 2 MU, and this 1 MU losses is being added to the incumbent supply licensing period. So instead of reducing the losses, his losses will increase. So I really appreciated the thinking of that young lady engineer, who is not even 30 years old. He said the word, if you add the group of consumers, at least this can be done. Then I discussed, because I have discussed with my regulators, and this is possible even if the state regulator can think up to find out a supply license is an easily measurable point. Easily measurable in the power sector is a DT, then 11 kV lines, or a 30 by 11 kV substation. Then the obvious question arises from this. Then where the consumer choice? Suppose if I am connected to DT, I am a supply licensee, then I cannot choose any of the supply licenses. This young lady did not answer to that. In fact, here's the time. This young lady did to answer to that. He says, sir, if that be so, if the consumer choice do not have that choice, then he can have the separate transformer. He can own a HVDS transformer. We can put a HVDS transformer, and he can go out from the supply licenses. Issues and proposed supply licenses, or I will go through that. I hope I have taken quite a lot of time. This one, the issues and concern of supply licenses. I will call these issues concerning the regulatory challenges. There is a doubt. No more supply licensing will not come except the few I may call these CPSU. They are the ultimate objective is to take the power plant to under open access, not for the supply licenses. So, but the other supply license will not come because incumbent side will not like to part its high-end consumers to the suppliers, even the consumer is willing. He will put up that you have got this much of area, you have got a contract demand, you have signed my contract demand for the 3 years, so within the contract demand I will not allow, within the contract demand I will not allow to go away. So these are the problem, no supply license will even come for willing to apply for the licenses. To ensure quality uninterrupted power supply without any control disruption may be a daunting task. Because even if he takes the line, because the incumbent supply licensee is not willing, he will make intentionally or unintentionally due scope for the maintenance of that line. There will be a lot of disturbance in the line. The consumer after some time will say, "Arey, ye tum to bada kharab hai, main pehle se acha tha." Difficult in assessing the dynamic change in demand and supply for PPA allocation to the intermediate company. The supply licensee will have a PPA. The Act says the PPA will be allocated to the supply licensee. His supply licensee's load is become dynamic change. It assessing the dynamic change in demand and thus apply PPA to this intermediate company, allocation to the intermediate company will be a difficulty in assessing. Core competence in availing short-term power requirement or open access may be lacking. Coordination of the incumbent supply licensee, distributor license for joint measurement of receipt of power by the suppliers for payment to the power supplier. This is a coordination because this is a problem. Core competence in giving day-ahead schedule and deviation system claim may be lacking. These are the issues has to be taken up, but because these issues are so great, the no supply license, even if there is act, no supply license will come. It will have the same effect like the open access case. Though we have a open access for 1 megawatt consumer can free to choose their, in Orissa say no 1 megawatt consumers has gone out from the open access because there is a difficulties in going for that. Similarly, though we have got a enabling provisions, no supply license may not come up except few vested interests that we told that the, the Mr. he will not, the IPPI may not agree. So, what is the intermediate company? This is a very big period of the intermediate company. To responsible dynamic PPLs among all the supply licenses every month, every year is a very big task. To take responsibility of settlement of claims of power supply bill of all power supply allocation among all supply licenses. To coordinate with the power regulators for merit order power allocation for different supply licensee amongst the dynamic consumer mix. Today in Orissa, we have got 4 licenses. The dynamic mix is, the consumer mix is different. So we have got different BSP rates. So this is the work will come because the 4 for GIDCO for 4 is able to do it. But one intermediate company doing for hundreds of the distribute the multiple supply licenses or the 15 supply licenses is a very big idea, dynamic supply license. I'll just go through this one. That will take 2-3 minutes now. The incumbents, the question of the incumbent supply licenses. Act says the incumbent supply licensee, though there is act is there. This is a very, very late addition. It was not there. And the idea was that the incumbent supply licensee only during the transition period, this will not be a permanent feature. But the doubt is that the incumbent supply license is nothing but the existing distribution licensee will become the incumbent supply licenses and they will be a permanent features and they will be loaded with all BPL consumers, all the subsidized consumers, and all subsidizing consumers will fly away to the new supply licenses. What is this problem in the during, if you problem the during transition period will solve, in the final period then there will be nothing, there will be no problem. The incumbent supply line most in public sector is anticipated totally unviable, causing cherry picking of the high value consumers. Total responsibility in maintaining safety and developing distribution system in that area will fall upon them if there are any mal-operation of any supply licenses. This is the issue has not been touched by the safety of electrical safety, electrical protection issue has not touched by the Act. It is expected CA will issue the after the safety, the technical safety, technical connectivity and the protection issue has not been touched of this Act. This is a new, this is a technical issue. Supply licensee may add, because any mal-operation by any supply licensee will have a grid disturbance in the distribution system, is a technical issue, has not been addressed in this act. The supply licensee may add the load on existing distribution system with or without knowledge of incumbent supply licensee, causing burning and tripping of the transformers and feeders. Is a technical issue. It may be the only the loaded the subsidized consumers, all subsidy amount received from, there the act says these the subsidized consumer supplies are not passed to them in time. They will call the subsidized the cross subsidy surcharge. In many places, the existing distribution license have entered long-term arrangement with the distribution franchisee. This is another big issue to be looked into. This act is silent. In many places, existing distribution licensee have entered long-term arrangement with distribution franchisee through input-based franchisee, incremental revenue sharing basis franchisee with the approval of the regulator. Entering any new supply license in that area will be against the agreemental provision. Suppose the V&D area, suppose I will make a supply licensee, I will say the part of the V&D area. V&D, I want to take the V&D area, the supply licenses. This will be totally agreemental. There is an agreement between the S12, the Maharashtra State Electricity Board, and the torrent for the V&D supply license franchisee. So this will be area has to be looked into. To apply ARR tariff claim with SARC not only for itself, but also for the all suppliers in the area of common selling tariff for different categories, it will be follow up in the transition of the incumbent supply licenses.